Live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson, it's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Paragon Charter Academy, Principal Ben Creech. JTV visits Jackson Candy and Fudge Factory with Christmas ideas from store manager Claudina Kessner. Christmas music with singer and guitarist Steve Berkmeyer. From Wellwise Services Area Agency on Aging Executive Director Kara Lorenz Goings with Amber Thompson. And from Napoleon Middle School teachers planning their annual craft fair, Danielle Smith and Dylan Guilfoyle. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you very much, David Rice. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm glad to be back in Jackson with you after a week in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, time with my sisters and brother and their families, and it was very nice. Glad to be back. Although the weather while I was there was cold and wet, not typical for this time at that place, but it was still better than here. And today and the rest of the week, we have winter weather. Right now, 23 degrees. At least we've got some sunshine. Today's high only 25. Tonight, a chance of snow, cold, a low of 10. Tuesday, a chance of snow. It's going to be warming up tomorrow, and then freezing rain, then a chance of snow, and then wind. High of 35, and winds almost same number, 30, 35 miles an hour. Rain mixed with snow on Tuesday night, maybe an inch of accumulation. Wednesday, rain and snow in the morning, then snow in the afternoon, windy, high 37, and then things calm down for Thursday and Friday. We could see a chance of snow showers Friday night, and a chilly weekend. Highs on Saturday and Sunday below 20. Yes, right around 18 or 19 degrees for daytime highs for the weekend. That's it, the weather. Brought to you by Kelly Express. Great savings at your neighborhood Kelly Express. You might want to get a Powerball ticket. The jackpot tonight is, what is it, Brandon? It's like 800 million.
And how much will you give me if you win?
I told you, it depends on how much I win.
Didn't you say $1,000?
$1,000.
Yeah, cheapskate.
$1,000. Well, it's $1,000 that you wouldn't get if I didn't win the lottery.
No, I would appreciate any generosity. Yeah.
You know, I imagine it'll be a bit more, maybe 1,600.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'll take it.
No, get those lottery tickets, because wouldn't it be great if someone from Jackson won? Yeah. And also great snacks, beverages, gas, car washes, refreshments, and more at Kelly Express. Two-item pizzas for $25 at South Street, Jefferson Road, Grass Lake, Napoleon, County Farm Road, and Michigan and Robinson. Let's look outside. A bright winter day in downtown Jackson. Snow's not going to go anywhere, I don't think. Are we going to have a white Christmas? Well, it's still too early to tell. Less than 3 weeks away. And do you have your Christmas tree yet? Today, the 8th of December, is National Christmas Tree Day. So now would be a good time to get it on Christmas Tree Day. It's National Brownie Day and National Lard Day. On this day in 1941, the United States entered World War II. It came a day after the Japanese bombed us at Pearl Harbor. President Roosevelt went to the Congress and said, "Is it okay if I declare war?" And they said, "Absolutely." And so we did. On this day in 1985, one of the very first personal computer shops opened. It was called the Byte Shop, B-Y-T-E, and they were selling, first place you could buy a Mac computer. It was the Apple I computer for a little over $650. On this day in 1980, and I remember this day, John Lennon was killed. He was coming out of his apartment building when Mark David Chapman shot him 4 times at close range. This is a crowd of people that gathered around the Dakota apartment building in the days following. People were just in shock. He was 40 years old. Didn't even make it to the hospital. Wow. On this day in 1940, the Chicago Bears, and this will be, a little bit of brightness for Bears fans after yesterday, but on this day in 1940, the Chicago Bears trounced the Washington Redskins, now known as the Commanders, in the National Football League championship game by a score of 73-0. And it was such a trounce that it's the widest margin of defeat in NFL history. Never before, never since.
Wow.
73 points.
Pretty bad.
The Bears, coached by George Halas at the time, they were rolling. They had a 6-2 record. They intended to win because earlier in the season, the Bears beat the Redskins, but George Halas made a mistake. He described the Redskins as a bunch of quitters and crybabies. So Washington, they didn't appreciate that. So they used those words to galvanize the team, and they came back and showed them. And on this day in 1942, the architect and engineer Albert Kahn, who was responsible for more than 2,000 buildings, the man who built Detroit, he died in Detroit at the age of 73, and this building once graced the skyline of downtown Jackson, but it's there no more. Brandon, what is that building?
The Albert Kahn building?
It is a Albert Kahn building, but
Oh, it has a specific name.
it was the Consumers Power headquarters.
Was it really?
Yes.
Wow, I wouldn't have even recognized that.
It was covered with a facade, and the windows were modified. Somebody at some point decided we need to modernize this building, but it eventually fell to the wrecking ball, and that spot is now where Horace Blackman Park sits. Several other buildings in Jackson that were designed by Albert Kahn, including the building that now is the Albert Kahn Apartments, the former Jackson Citizen Patriot headquarters, and Albert Kahn designed several of what was in the Booth newspapers, buildings in Kalamazoo, Ann Arbor, and several other buildings right here in Jackson. Now Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. Today, the Jackson Fire Department has their car seat inspection, goes till 3 o'clock this afternoon. Everyone with a little child, you got a car seat, you want it checked, do it. It's free, and if you don't have a car seat or your car seat is not up to standards, the fire department, they'll give you a new one, just like that. And it's not limited to City of Jackson. Anyone in the area is welcome to go. And they do this monthly. And the Salvation Army is in need of bell ringers, and they're also looking for volunteers, donation of goods or cash, or adopt a family. So if you'd like to help, call Hope Culver or Katrina Sims at 782-7185. They appreciate your help. They really need it right now. So help the Salvation Army, help the community. Saw a picture of the Lights of Love, which were illuminated for the first time last week, and this annual event honors loved ones in our community. People are able to sponsor a tree or a light at Henry Ford Jackson Hospital, and the lights decorate the lobby and the outdoor trees. Great ceremony honoring those who we've lost in this past year. Thanks to everyone, all the volunteers and staff at Henry Ford Health and Henry Ford Jackson Hospital participating in the event. The lighting also occurring in the lobby, along with ceremony, programs, music, refreshments, a hot chocolate bar, and great hors d'oeuvres. Also, over this past week, we had the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce Community Awards. Those were held Thursday night, sponsored by Jackson College and JTV. Folks were welcomed by President of Jackson College, Dr. Dan Phelan, and Mark Daly from News Talk 970, serving as Master of Ceremonies. And a number of wonderful awards were handed out. Angela Watkins from Michigan Works Southeast presenting the award for the Reach Higher, and that was to JAMA. Also, the Brick Awards going to, by the way, sponsored by JCCA, Jackson Commercial Contractors Association, the Michigan Theater for their incredible, beautiful work on their building, American One Credit Union. Also receiving awards, Uncharted Film Company, Jake Cross, and what he's done with the building, the former Buffalo's building downtown, and Jackson College for the new simulation center in the Health Services building. And there are all the other award winners, including Athena Award winner Christy Siders, Quality of Life Award to Elishart Museum, Small Business Person of the Year, Dr. Laura Miller from Arbor Hills Veterinary Clinic, the Jamie McKibben Award to Jeff Bontrager, and the Ambassador of the Year to Denise Mackel from Edward Jones. Congratulations to all the honorees. Friday night, it was the 25th anniversary of Hanging of the Greens at Spring Arbor University. This annual event gets bigger and better every year. It was a full night of entertainment on the campus of Spring Arbor University, including a tremendous concert in the Arbor Church, and JTV will have highlights from that coming up in the days ahead. Brett Ellis, the president, welcoming people. Full house, Brendan, wasn't it?
It was a full house for sure.
Yeah,
yes.
It's unbelievable, the talent at Spring Arbor. Then everybody got a chance to do some fun things like decorate cookies, make some crafts, enjoy refreshments, meet Santa and Mrs. Claus, go on horse-drawn sleigh rides, and watch the fireworks. Great night. Thanks to Spring Arbor University for presenting this free event to the community every year. On Saturday, all of Grass Lake was aglow with lights. It was the Festival of Lights in Grass Lake, and everything was lit all day long. Mm-hmm. We had the Festival of Trees. We had the cookie event where hundreds of dozens of cookies were made to pass out, including at Lost Railway Museum, the Copper Nail, businesses all throughout downtown, including the brokerage house. There's free popcorn at the Lost Railway Museum. This was also a chance for local businesses to show off their artwork with various activities and events and trees. We had a Festival of Trees as well as part of the Grass Lake Festival of Lights, and then a parade at the end of the day. More photos online at jtv.tv. Yes, just a few moments ago I mentioned that today is the anniversary of when the United States went into World War II, and it was because of Pearl Harbor. And yesterday at the Cascades, at the official Arizona Memorial, USS Arizona, there's actually a piece from that ship that got bombed and sunk at Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. And members of the Jackson County Veterans Council and others gathered at this memorial to pay tribute to the lives of those who were lost, including more than 38 Michigan members of the military who died at Pearl Harbor on that day. So thanks to all who attended and all those who worked on this event yesterday. Well, winter sports is underway, and JTV Sports is out and about covering all the action, including in the high schools and college. We had games, basketball. We've got boys and girls basketball going on.
I love the new floor at Michigan Center. That's
brand new
great.
floor. Yeah, I noticed that.
That's really cool.
First thing you know, as you walk in, it's new gray and red, and it's beautiful. And they've got beautiful, it's one of the most beautiful gyms in all the area. They've got big murals with athletes from all the sports that are lining the walls. We had also college, men's and women's basketball from both Jackson College and Spring Arbor University. And wrestling, it was the Jaws wrestling event Saturday afternoon and morning. So great photos you can find even more of online at jtv.tv. And of course, we'll be out and about today and all week long, all winter long, all year long, covering the community right here on JTV. Chief Chris Simpson at the Jackson Police Department announcing that the police department, police officers, and a local company are helping Jackson families get a ham on the table. You recall the turkey giveaway at Thanksgiving. Well, now it's time for ham, and they will be doing it much the same way they did last month at the American One Event Center at Keeley Park. It will be happening on Wednesday, December 17th from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. And thanks to Garsha Labs for donating the hams and the police department for handling the distribution. They have 500 hams, first come, first served. Police department also helping out the Toys for Tots. They are one of the many Toys for Tots collection centers in our community, and you're invited to drop off a new and unwrapped toy. They're looking for toys for kids ages 0 to age 15. And once collected, the Toys for Tots organization will get them distributed to various nonprofit organizations. The need this year, as we heard from the Salvation Army a couple weeks ago, is greater than it's been in the last few years. So your help is greatly appreciated. Today's show being brought to you by Accelerate Jackson County, looking to build a stronger Jackson County. Accelerate Jackson County is making it happen with more than $131 million in investment, more than 1,300 jobs created, and big wins like the Jackson Technology Park North, where new steel is rising. From talent development to housing and business growth, AJC leading the charge. Visit Accelerate Jackson County and be part of the movement. If not us, then who? And congratulations to Accelerate Jackson County. Next week they'll be celebrating the year and their accomplishments of Keith Gillenwater and his team. We've got a great lineup of guests and more on today's show, including Paragon Charter Academy Principal Ben Creech. We'll check in with all the happenings of the fall semester at Paragon. We'll be taking you on a Christmas tour of the Jackson Candy and Fudge Factory. They're all ready for the holidays with manager Klaustina Kestner. Andy Hawley stops by and does some shopping. Steve Berkmeyer has some holiday music for us. We've got in from Wellwise Services Area Agency on Aging, Kara Lorenz Goings and Amber Thompson. And from Napoleon Middle School, a couple of teachers working on the annual craft sale that's coming up, Danielle Smith and Dylan Guilfoyle. All this and more right here today on JTV. Thanks for staying inside, staying warm, settle down, settle in, and enjoy the show that begins right after this.